Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well today. A little bit different to what we were planning. The Bloemfontein Celtic game has been postponed, so instead today we are going to start our Champions League journey, and I will put up the Champions League draw right now so you guys can see the group that we did end up in. In the end, it was an interesting group. I'm not too sure how it works here in South Africa, or Africa I should say, in terms of seeding the teams, because it just seemed like it was running through the order that it displayed on screen. So in the end, we have ended up in a group with another South African team. Luckily, though, it's Cape Town City. If it was Bloemfontein Celtic, then maybe we'd be a little bit more worried, but we've done pretty well against Cape Town City so far this season. So we're in a group with them, along with MA Tetouan from Morocco and Stade Malien from Mali. So those are the teams who we are in the group with. Obviously, you'd expect Cape Town City be the toughest for us, but we have beaten them a couple of times so far this season, including in the MTN8 semi-final, I think it was, from memory. So they're a team that we know we can beat, so hopefully we will be topping this group, but either way, we should be going through to the next stage, you would think, out of this group, unless one of these other teams is a bit stronger than we think. And if you look at the groups overall, Bloemfontein Celtic are the other South African team in a group of their own, so the defending champions, you'd expect them to be making it pretty far in this competition, and otherwise teams who are from nations who aren't loaded into this game. So you'd expect all the South African teams to be making it pretty far in this tournament, but being in a group with one of the other three means that if we can get in a better position than Cape Town City, hopefully we will go a little bit further than they might. But we will go to the schedule, show you guys some highlights and exactly why this Bloemfontein game did get postponed. So it was scheduled to be around about when that Telkom knockout semi-final was. So that's the reason it got put back, because we did progress pretty far in the Telkom knockout. And in fact, you will see that we do have a final coming up, and lo and behold, it is against Cape Town City as well. So we are going to be playing those guys a fair bit more over the next few episodes, albeit we might cut out some of those games depending on how we're doing. If we can start this Champions League group off well, maybe we'll just show you guys a knockout final instead, because as I said, we've already played them a few times this season, and it looks like we're going to be playing them quite a few more as well. But that's the reason the Bloemfontein Celtic game has been delayed. So unfortunately, the rematch is going to have to wait. You have to wait a fair while as well. We go down, and they've rescheduled it to the 3rd of March, I believe. So we've got games against them in March and April, and perhaps even, if we do well enough, a Champions League game against them around that time too. So it's a decent old delay. We're in late November, and they've postponed the game by a good 4 months, more or less. So it's a decent old delay, but hopefully by then our squad will be a bit stronger. We will have a transfer window by then, and hopefully we can get some revenge on them after they defeated us yesterday in that MTN8 final, which if you did not see, I will leave a link to in the top right corner. Yeah, not great. We were just not clinical enough in front of goal, it is fair to say, but we do have a lot of highlights to catch you guys up on. We'll show you guys highlights from most of these games. I won't show you one because it was just a couple of penalties, but we started off with a bounce back game against Amazulu in the Premier Division. I said at the end of last episode that should be a good opportunity for us to get more points on the board, and luckily it was with a 4-0 win away from home. Started off well for us. After 20 minutes, we were building up nicely leading into this, and then it was Olivares slotting through Kenny Mahu, a nice finish there just inside that left-hand upright, and we were 1-0 up at the 20-minute mark. And then a couple of minutes later, 27 minutes to be exact, Walters gets forward, plays a ball through for Malangu, and he gets back on the score sheet after a few games where he didn't put the ball in the back of the net to make it 2-0. And 5 minutes later, after 32, he was able to make it a double. A nice fizzing ball there from Mofokeng. A little bit lucky, a deflection from a defender, but he was able to put it away, make the most of it, and we went 3-0 up going into halftime. And then on the 69-minute mark, very nice, Nunes had his first shot blocked by Malangu of all people, but then a really nice instinct reaction from us to put that away in the top right corner, and we picked up a very nice 4-0 win. Much more like it. If we did this in the game yesterday, I think we would have been beating Bloemfontein Celtic fairly comfortably. So a little bit frustrating it didn't happen in the cup game, but a nice result for us there, and the game that we did thoroughly dominate. So we got back on track fairly sharply off the back of that, and then we started off in the Telkom knockout. So this is fairly similar to the MTN8, except the MTN8 includes the top 8 teams from the previous season in the Premier Division of South Africa. I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to that, but by what we saw, I think that's what happened. This competition includes all the teams from the top division of South Africa, And we started things off well in the first round. We would beat Royal AM 4-1 at our home ground. Started off in the 4th minute, Olivares just holding the ball outside the box, over to Mokoena, back to Olivares, puts the ball in the mixer, and Kenny Mahua, a nice little flick into the left-hand side of the goal yet again to get the opening goal for us, and we were 1-0 up. Then it was the other winger this time, Welcome Boyson, just outside the box, just gets past his defender and fires one into the top right corner. Really good goal that to put us 2-0 up after 22 minutes, and soon after that, it was Malangu who got onto the score sheet yet again. Dubé up to Kubeka, slots Malangu through, good finish again into the top right corner to make it 3-0. And then soon after that, it was a free kick, in fact, from Royal AM, which got their goal really soft there from Ganga. Maybe we will need to improve our goalkeeper, but it was 3-1 at halftime, a pretty soft free kick to be conceding there. But then in the second half, Mahua setting up Malangu, just a simple tap-in to sweep that home, and we picked up a 4-1 win. Royal AM getting a goal off their only shot on target, and as I said, I thought Gunga should have been doing a bit better with that. That is an area I am looking at improving in the next transfer window. I just feel like our goalkeepers are letting us down. You look at the ratings that our defenders are getting, and it's been pretty good from our defence. It's just the goalkeeper letting us down sometimes, and we are a little bit sloppier at the back than I'd like us to be, it's fair to say. So hopefully that's something that we can improve in the next transfer window. But we still picked up a good 4-1 win here. Nice performance from the boys to go through the next round of the Telcom knockout. Then we had this game against the Orlando Pirates, which I will not show you guys because it was just 3 penalties, all to us, as well as a red card, and we scored 2 of them. Moffat King unfortunately missed out on the chance to get a hat-trick. He missed a penalty in the 75th minute, but he got penalties in the 68th and 80th minute. That was after Zulu got a red card, a second yellow in 4 minutes for the Orlando Pirates. But yeah, it was a pretty messy game. We're a little bit fortunate to get away with that in terms of what I saw on screen, but you look at the stats, really should have been winning that game by a lot more. Obviously, the XG gets boosted up by 3 penalties, but still we were a little bit below par in that game, but we got away with it because Orlando were just not very disciplined, it's fair to say. So, yeah, we got away with that. 2 penalties, not much worth showing you guys, but we did stay unbeaten in the Premier Division, and that continued when we took on the Golden Arrows away from home. A 4-0 win for us here. We started this game off well as well. 11th minute corner. Mahua headed that towards the far post. Walters, from a very tight angle, able to put that away. Good finish in the end, and we were 1-0 up at half-time. Then early in the second half, they really gifted us a goal here. Poor pass that Momade intercepted, and he slowed Malangu through to make it 2-0 early in the second half. And then soon after that, we made it free. Olivares is able to put a ball into the mixer. Kubeka, nice header into the top right corner. He has been good. We have brought him into the first team for Nlapo, and he has performed well, so we've fixed one of our problems there. Well, I suppose problems, he wasn't doing too bad, Nlapo, but was just being a little bit so-so, and then Malangu in the 60th minute made it 4-0, but yeah, Kubeka has played really well for us in that box-to-box role since we've brought him back into the team for Nlapo, which is good to see, and a good performance from us there. Overall, as you can tell by the stats, we played very well. Good 4-0 win, nice and clinical in front of goal, which you like to see. Then we had a couple of these Telcom knockout games, which is what pushed that Bloemfontein Celtic game back. First up, we took on the Cape Town Spurs, and we were able to beat these guys 3-1 away from home. It was very late in the first half when we opened the scoring here. Pretty scrappy first half, but we did open the scoring. Olivares with a ball in, and Kubeka yet again with another header. So, as I said, he has done really well since coming into the first team. Unfortunately, in the second half, we gave away a penalty around the hour mark, and McMillan put it away to make it 1-1, but then we got back on track soon after that with Kubeka getting another one. Bit of a deflected cross there from Mamade, but he finished it very nicely into the top left corner to make it 2-1, and then with just under a quarter of an hour to go, we wrap things up at 3-1. Olivares puts the ball in the mixer. Gordinho just flicking that on to Welcome Boyson at the far post, and he's able to tuck it away past the goalkeeper, and we picked up a solid 3-1 win. I wouldn't say we played overly well in this game. The stats actually suggest we played a bit better than what we saw from the highlights, but it was a good result. Probably should have wrapped that game up a bit sooner than we did. Obviously, giving them a penalty didn't help, but we'll take that result against a decent team in the Cape Town Spurs. They're around 4th in the league at the moment, so a good team. Getting a result like that against them in the Cup is nice. And then we had a double against the Kaiser Chiefs. First, we took them on in the Telcom knockout. We put the first team out for this game and absolutely thumped them here, a 6-0 win at their home stadium. It took us a little while to get going in this game. They gave away a penalty in the 42nd minute, and Moffat King put it away nicely for us, and it was 1-0 at halftime. Then in the second half, we really got things going nicely. A corner that do put away in both about the 47th, I believe that first one was, and then in the 64th minute. So I say a quick double, a headed double from Dubé there. And then in the 78th minute, we made it 4-0. Walters from outside the box, really nice finish to just curve that around the goalkeeper, make it 4-0. And then another double in the last 10 minutes as Dubé sends one long to Nunes. He makes his way, has a nice long shot, buries that top left corner, really nice goal. And he made it 2 in the 90th minute, right before full time. But this is a really messy goal. The ball's going all over the shop. Somehow Nunes gets on the end of it, tucks it away, and makes it 6-0. So a really good performance from us there. Had to make a few changes just to wake the boys up in terms of getting a better performance out of them in the second half, because that first half wasn't great penalty aside, but in the end, a good performance from us. And we go through to the final of the Telkom knockout, as we said, against Cape Town City. And then we played the Kaiser Chiefs again in the Premiership. We put out the rotation team for this game, and we're able to pick up a nice 4-1 win straight off the back of that prior win. We kicked off the scoring here in the 19th minute. Apollos to Nlapo. Apollos gets it back, puts it over for Mamade, who times his run nicely, just beats the goalkeeper at his near post to make it 1-0. Then 10 minutes later, Nunes just outside the box is able to, he has a crack, it's blocked, the ball skids around a bit, and then Molloy gets his first goal for the club, the youngster. Really nice goal for the left back there. Nice finish into the top left corner to make it 2-0. Then Lapo with an interception a few minutes later, slots Gordinho away, goes around the keeper, buries it bottom right corner to make it 3-0, and it was looking very comfortable at this stage. Fast forward to the 70th minute, a free kick, a messy goal there for Sangwini for the Kaiser Chiefs. Probably should have dealt with that free kick sooner, but they got one back, albeit we got another shortly off the back of that. In fact, right before full time, Lapo with an effort, which just had a bit of help from the crossbar, but a good finish from him to make it 4-1, and a nice performance there to keep our unbeaten league record going. So no surprises, we are top of the league, but yet again, good performance. And I think we've now found the tempo that suits these guys. I've been debating whether an extremely high tempo, which was what we had throughout the start of the save with this 4-3-3 tactic, which we have had. It worked quite well. Did that with the likes of Caversham, Hamilton Wanderers, and also Monaco as well. And also in Colombia, we went with that extremely high tempo, and it seemed to really work. We just toned it down at PSG after we had a few iffy results in the first half of the season, down to high, and it seemed to work. We got back to South Africa. I wasn't sure which one would work, but the last couple of games after we've been tinkering with it a bit, I think the higher tempo is also going to work quite well here for a similar kind of team, in terms of that they are favoured to win most of their competitions, just like PSG were. Now, before we get into this game today, we have had some registration issues, unfortunately. I did mention a couple of episodes ago when we were playing those qualifying games in the Champions League, I was hoping that we'd be able to register the likes of Olivares, Momade, who we bought in the transfer window after we had to register players for the qualifying stages of this Champions League. Well, unfortunately, if we make our way down, the registration window did not open back up. So we are not able to register these players who we have brought into the club since that closed. So the likes of McKenzie, Olivares, Bladla, who hasn't played a lot to be fair, Nlapo, Momade, Kalaki, and Pulsa are all not registered for this competition. It does mean we are very short on the left wing. So if we get an injury to Boyson, we pretty much don't have a left winger. So that could be an issue, but we've had to sort of now go with a Champions League first 11, sort of during the Champions League second 11, who might play the Premier Division game. So we've still got some good players in that team, the likes of Mamade and Olivares, who would usually be a starter over Mateza, but he's a good enough backup. So that's the only real starting change to this team that you will notice from our past few episodes. But as I said, because of the registration window for this African Champions League, we have to change this first 11 a little bit. A bit frustrating. Not really sure why they haven't opened it back up prior to the group stages, but hopefully it will open back up maybe in the mid-season window around January, where we have a month off here in South Africa, and we can register these guys who we have already brought in down here, namely the ones who we really want to register: Olivares, Momade, and to a lesser extent Lapo. He would be a good bench option for us, and maybe even we can bring in another goalkeeper, because as you can see, Gunga first choice, but not great star rating wise. Everyone else is sort of picking up, but that's the one area that's just going down, so maybe we need to invest in a good goalkeeper. But yeah, that was a little bit frustrating, but hopefully these boys will get the job done as we take on Tetouan from Morocco in today's episode. You can see they've only won a couple of titles in Morocco. They're a club that hasn't had a lot of success. So you'd imagine this should be the game that's the easiest of our group. Hopefully we can prove that right, and we'll come back shortly with this game. There's no real point running you guys through the team from Tetouan, as I have no idea about any of their players really, and we've just shown you guys our team. So we'll crack into this game shortly from the Lucas Masterpieces Maripe Stadium, and we'll kick off this African Champions League group stage where we can hopefully make a strong start to get a bit of a leg up on Cape Town City. Okay, so we are the home team here in our traditional blue with the red top uniform, and it is the opposition from Morocco in the black, and we will be kicking off playing right to left, and yeah, hopefully we can make a good start against these guys. I imagine they'll be the fourth favourite for this group, so it's pretty important that we get a result against them at home as we make a good start here. Mateza going forward down that right-hand side already into Walters. The quicker the start, the better here. Calm the nerves down if there are any, as Boyson gets the ball but takes it out, and it is 0-0 early doors in this first Champions League group game. Corner to SuperSport here in the 11th minute. We put it in the mixer and it is cleared away, but hopefully Mokoena can get possession back for us. In fact, he can't. So it is Tetouan on the ball, though we do get possession back there. A little bit of messy stuff as they run into each other. Good ball played forward there for Malangu, but straight at the goalkeeper. Good chance for us there. Best of the game so far, without a shadow of a doubt. Very few highlights coming into this, as we have another corner, but Dubé heads it over the bar. So some good chances for us there, but it remains 0-0, although you can see Stade Malien have gone ahead of Cape Town City. So an interesting start to this Champions League group early doors. 20 minutes gone here, and we do have a throw-in a good area of the pitch. Walters back out to Mateza, just sitting outside the box, puts a ball in the mixer. It's headed away. Kubeka up to Boyson, back out to Mateza, and a lot of space on the right. Kubeka heads it down. Malangu with a good chance, but it is saved from the goalkeeper. It was a bit messy that, but we ended up with a good chance, but unfortunately couldn't take it. Corner, Dubé straight at Aladrissi in goal for Tetouan, and it remains 0-0 after 22 minutes. 26 minutes, and Kubeka with a free kick. We know he can take these well, although he offloads that to Mahua. His shot blocked, but we will have another corner. Dubé has been doing well from these lately, but so far they've been saved. It goes in the back of the net that time, though, and we are 1-0 up after 27 minutes. That's exactly what you want to see. And the way Cape Town City are going in the other game, this puts us in quite a nice position if Stade Malien can hold on to that result, because at the moment that's a little bit of an upset. You can see, I think that's Kubeka just blocking the goalkeeper there legally, apparently, and we go 1-0 up after half an hour, albeit it is now a goal kick for us. Although we do play the ball forward, and Mahua gets going down the right-hand side. The maestro, he has been such a good creative player for us so far this season. He loses position there, but the long clearance from Tetouan is tidied up, and now Kubeka on the ball for us. Back out to Mateza, who's having a good game back in the first team. Walters, Mateza in good space yet again. Puts it in the mixer. Boyson tries to get his head to it. Cleared away, but Mofa King has a lot of space on the left-hand side. Into Walters, back out to Mateza. So we're shifting the ball around quite nicely here. Mahua, back for Walters. Kubeka, nice offload, and Mahua will get a goal. It was a lovely pass yet again from Kubeka. He has been superb since coming back into the first team. And that box-to-box midfield role, I said offload. Sounded like I was talking about rugby there, but Mahua back to Walters. Kubeka spots the runner. Mahua have to check the offside there, but it's a nice finish into the bottom right corner, and it puts us 2-0 up. In fact, we won't check offside, so we're in a good position here after 33 minutes. And that is half time in this game. We've got a few highlights that have been shown since you saw that second goal of ours, but they've either been blocked shots that were not really overly threatening, or they've gone well wide of the goal. So you can see we're utterly dominating this game stat-wise. Tetouan not doing a lot at all with no shots at all. We've had 26 on target and have put 2 away. We're matching our XG nicely at the moment. So good performance. And given that it is still 2-1 in the other game, this is actually quite a nice result for us. So hopefully we can keep this up going into the second half. We'll come back shortly with that as we try and go top of this Champions League group early doors. Up to the 50th minute, and Mahua was on the ball there, but it was the ball was taken off him by a Tetouan player, but we do get it back after his long clearance. It's Mateza having a good game on the right wing, is he? Or from right back, but he is getting forward quite a bit for us. We now put a ball. Kubeka, oh, he has been superb since coming into the first team. I'll say it again. That is a wonderful strike into the top right corner. He's setting up goals. He's scoring goals. He is exactly what we needed in that role after we brought in Lapo and who didn't quite deliver. This is a really nice goal. Mokoena over to Kubeka. First touch, he bangs it into the top right corner. Pinpoint accuracy. No way the goalkeeper's keeping that out. And we're 3-0 up after 50 minutes. Okay, 54 minutes gone here, pretty much 55 in fact, and Marteza is on a yellow heart. We've got this game fairly well under control, so I think we're going to take him off. Very good performance from him coming back into the first team. We will bring Rashad Malloy fresh off his first goal for the club. The young wing back will bring him into right back and we'll carry on 3-0 up after 55 minutes. And in the other game, it is now a draw between Stade Malien and Cape Town City, so that probably helps us out as well. So looking good as we get to the hour mark, as it is a throw-in. Boyson keeps possession, drives forward, has a shot, it is blocked. Still 3-0 after an hour. And now we are on the attack yet again, as it's Boyson just inside the box, back out to Mofa King in a bit of space is the left back. He just sizes up his opposition. Kubeka on the ball, tries to put a ball into the mixer, but it has gone out for a corner, which we do put in the mixer. Dubé just heads it over the bar, so a good chance for us there to make it 4. But still, 3-0 after an hour is not bad at all. And we do get possession back here after some sloppy play from Tetouan at the back. Walters just inside the box. Back for Mokoena, has a chance, but blasts it wide. Some good opportunities for us there, but still 3-0 as we get up to the 70-minute mark. Free kick for Kubeka. He tries to curve that, but it forces a good save out of Aladrissi. A couple of chances for him in this game now, but it remains 3-0 at the 67-minute mark. 73rd minute here, and we do have a free kick, albeit it is inside our own half, but soon after that we are in the right area of the pitch as Boyson is on the ball, and we're looking for this 4th goal just to add some insult to injury to Tetouan. It's a pretty soft effort there, which the goalkeeper holds on to, but we now have a throw-in. We look to mount another attack. Boyson just inside the box, back for Kubeka. Another shot that forces a really nice save from Aladrissi. That looked like it might be very similar to the previous goal. He's striking those really well from outside the box at the moment is Kubeka. The header from Mahua from the corner that resulted from that goes over the bar. It's still 3-0 after 76 minutes, although we do now have a throw-in as well, and we will keep possession from it. And it is Kubeka on the ball. He puts a cross in this time, headed down, but no one can get to it as Tetouan look to mount an attack of their own here as they go down the left-hand side. Can they create something for the first time, the Moroccan team? They get inside the box, but that is a pretty poor cross that Mofa King can deal with, and it looks like as they try and keep this attack going, and they will keep possession here for the moment. They pass that back, and they will try and mount another attack, one of few attacks they have had in this game to date, it is fair to say, although we do intercept the ball there. Dubé hitting it forward, and Boyson gets onto that, so we might have another chance here. Tries to get around his defender. His shot is blocked, though. 3-0 after 78 minutes. 85 minutes gone here, and it's time to make some substitutions. We've got a few players tired, so we may as well rest some important legs here, I think. Mahua has got a goal up front, so I think we're going to leave him on, but otherwise we're going to rest the remainder of our front three. So I think we'll take Boyson and Malangu off here. They're not playing terribly, but I think they could be doing a little bit better, so we'll bring some players in off the bench to come on for them. We'll take Boyson off for Nunes. He can't really play right wing, but we don't have much choice in this team thanks to those registration rules. And Malangu up top, we can bring Gordinho on for. So we'll just make those changes now. And yep, we are 3-0 up after 85 minutes. And we should be getting 3 points from this first game in the Champions League group stage here in Africa. Last minute of added time here. We have a throw-in. We will keep possession as we look for this 4th goal, but we are going to be getting 3 points out of this game. And the other game, it is still 2-2. So this is actually quite a good game week for us in terms of results in our group. We're going to have a 2-point gap on both Stade Malien and Cape Town City already. So that's good for us, albeit we are playing a team which I'd expect the other teams are going to be expecting to be beating as well. So we had to make the most of this home game. And luckily we have as we look to mount another attack here. But as I said, isn't going to mean a great deal in terms of points in the group. We will be on top with 3. Just depends if there's a late goal in this other game. But yeah, a good 3-0 win for us there. It took a little while for us to get that first goal, but once we did, It was a good performance for us. Dubé with a header, then Mahua getting another before halftime, and then Kubica, wonderful strike from outside the box in the 51st minute to make it 3-0. 34 shots to none. Just really dominated that game, as you can tell, and we thoroughly deserved that win, so no issues there. And we will come back soon, show you guys what has happened in the other Champions League games, and I also need to show you guys the league table as well, as I forgot to do that before, so we'll do that shortly. And here are the Champions League groups after that first game week. Good result for us as Cape Town City and Stade Malien did end up in a 2-2 draw, so we have got a 2-point march on those guys already. Hopefully we can keep that gap and qualify top of what you could almost call a group of death with 2 South African teams in our group. But yep, that's a good start for us. Groups C and B, honestly, I can't judge too much because we don't know much about these teams from these nations. But we go back up to Group A, and Bloemfontein Celtic did pick up a win in their first game, albeit only 2-1 against Pyramids of Egypt. So they're not looking overly convincing, apart from that game that they played against us, and even then we probably should have beaten them. But good start for us, a good 3-0 win, and hopefully we can keep that up as we progress further through this group stage. Hopefully we can wrap up qualification fairly soon from this group, and then we can get back to focusing, perhaps make sure that hopefully we can qualify top, because that's no doubt going to be advantageous with these 2 South African teams in our group. To get the best position out of those teams would be nice, especially if Bloemfontein Celtic do finish top of their group in A, as you would expect them to, because hopefully we'd avoid playing them until the final or the semi-final, perhaps, if we can finish top. But yeah, just try and give ourselves the best chance of getting this Champions League in our first season here at SuperSport United. If we go back, we will show you guys the league table as well. Obviously, we are still unbeaten, but 7 points clear after playing 9 games for us. Our goal difference nearly matches our points, so we are looking really good here. That is 7 points over the Mamelodi Sundowns, though, and they've played an extra games, but games played is a bit messy still in the South African Premiership. But we do have a good gap, which is why we've been able to put the rotation out in the league games in our last few, and it's been working well so far. So I think we'll continue to do that around these Champions League games. But I think that will do for today's episode. A good start to our Champions League group here in Africa at SuperSport United. A good 3-0 win, and we are 2 points clear of the chasing pack. In terms of when we'll be back, I think what we might do is we might do the Stade Malien game, because they actually pulled out a decent result against Cape Town City. So I think we're going to come back for that. And then we might do the Telkom knockout final off the back of that, try and get our first bit of silverware here. And we'll see if we do that Champions League game against them in a different episode, if we just skip it entirely. I'm not too sure what to do there, because that is the last game of this half of the season. Then we've got a month-long break going to the transfer window, so we might need to come back for both those Cape Town City games, just so we can show you guys what we are looking at doing in the transfer window, albeit I think you know the one area of the first team I am looking to improve, albeit the way that the registration is going in this Champions League. I'm not sure if there's much point in doing it until I know if we can register players or not, but definitely looking to improve the goalkeeping area, albeit Gunga wasn't tested too much in that last game, but you'd expect that to change against the likes of Mali and Cape Town City, and when we eventually do have to take on Bloemfontein Celtic again. But if you did enjoy today's episode, then make sure to go down below, leave a thumbs up on today's video, and if you're new around here and enjoy what you saw and want to keep up with this Hexagon challenge, and also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. But until I see you next, we'll be keeping in the Champions League group stages, taking on Stade Malien. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.